Hey, this is smolbendyburrito, and I'm making a video about the topic, I guess, of this video is going to be how to be a good friend to someone with a chronic illness or that type of a problem. So I already made this video once, but I was talking way too slow, and I made it super long, so I'm going to try to do better about that because this is YouTube and videos are short. So, basically there's like a couple main points that I'd like to make. One is that the person is still the same person that they were when, like, before they were sick, and their sickness affects them and is part of who they are, but, like, they're not a stranger suddenly. They still want to do fun things. They still want to, like, be a good friend and have friends. So, like, remembering that. And, brain fog. I'm really sick today, so please, like, bear with me a little bit. Two, for a lot of people, we, like, worry that people won't want to hang out with us anymore now that we're sick, so, like, it's important to, like, make sure that if you haven't talked to the person much since they got real sick, to, like, maybe, like, if you're watching this, I'm assuming you thought about the person, so, like, kind of try to, like, bridge that gap a little. Talk to that person, let them know that you care about them and that you still want to hang out with them even though they're sick. You're still their friend. Um, Three, like, things that people don't think about that are good ways to just, like a good gesture of friendship. I want to talk about that a little bit too. I'm going to try to get to all these things. So, firstly, the person is the same person they were before they got sick. I'm still me, even though I'm super sick now. Obviously, being sick has changed a bit about who I am, but that doesn't mean that I'm, like, suddenly this completely different person. So, like, talk to that person that you care about, like, just stuff. I don't know. Don't make it into, like, a weird thing. Just, like, I mean, don't pretend nothing happened because that's even weirder, but, like, just acknowledge what's going on, but then at the same time, like, don't pressure them to talk about it. A lot of us will talk about it on our own, so we don't really need someone to give us that extra push if we're not trying to talk about it already. So just, like, letting that person be who they are, like, they're still the same person, so. Secondly, like, the fear of people not wanting to hang out with you anymore because you're sick is strong. A lot of people worry that they're too sick and no one's going to like them anymore. Their boyfriends or girlfriends are going to think that they can't be a good partner because they're sick. Their family's going to get sick of having to help them, whatever. So, like, letting that person know that you still want to be around them is important, and then also, like, being honest with that person. Like, if you are getting burnt out, like, communication is important. Just, like, let them know if you can't help them with something rather than setting out the expectation that you're going to help them and then kind of, like, leaving them in the dust. That's, like, just a shitty thing to do, so don't do it. But, like, be open, be honest. It's all good. Um, I don't know. And, like, if the person is feeling scared that you don't really want to be their friend anymore, like, it just reaching out to them is, like, a big step that's helpful. That'll help the person realize that you do want to talk to them. And just acknowledge that, like, if they are too sick to hang out, that's fine. And that, like, you're not angry at them. And also, like, being willing to do not super high impact hanging out type of things. Like, maybe the person isn't ready to go on a huge romping adventure and run through the city, but they might be up for hanging out and watching some Netflix or petting cats or volunteering at the APL or something. Um, just something fun that isn't gonna like make them sicker, and also like making sure that you plan like activities that won't hurt the person, or like just keep the person's, not like keep it in mind when you're making the plans, I guess, but like remember that they're sick. So like in the same way that if you have the flu, there's gonna be certain things that you're not gonna want to do. Like this person is sick, so they're sick. So like acknowledge that and try to not plan something that's gonna make them feel sicker, because a lot of times chronically ill people will sacrifice their health to do something they want to do, but like not putting them in a situation where they feel like they have to do that is good. Like if you know the person has bad GI problems, maybe not planning something that involves eating, or like if you know the person has an eating disorder, not planning something that's going to stress them out, or like if you know someone has OCD, not putting them in an environment that has a lot of things that'll trigger that. um I don't know, if you know the person isn't super physically able, call ahead before you make a plan with the person to go to a specific place, and ask before you suggest somewhere if the actual place is accessible. Like, if they have ramps, like, do they have a wheelchair accessible bathroom that's actually big enough to fit an actual wheelchair into? Not just like, is it slightly bigger than normal, but like, can you fit a wheelchair into it? Just like normal things. Um, that maybe as an able bodied or healthy person you might not think about, but things that are going to affect whether or not that person can go. And if you're not sure what the person's limits are or what types of help the person needs, ask them. Like, communication is important, and if you ask them what they need, you're going to save both of you guys a whole lot of trouble. And it's a good caring gesture, just to like, for the person to know that you cared enough to ask, or that you cared enough to remember, or that you cared enough to remember that you forgot. And, like just letting the person know that it's important to you that they're able to have a good time too, is good. And then my third category, I'm real proud of myself for remembering that I had 3 categories. Sorry, friends. But so the third category of things I wanted to talk about is like nice gestures you could do for your friend who might be chronically ill or disabled. And those would be like things related to, mainly I'm thinking of things that would make the person's life easier, that won't inconvenience you a ton. I don't know. Send them a text, ask how they're doing. Volunteer to hang out with them when they're sick, just like to be a companion. Or if they're at the hospital, volunteer to come hang out or something. Even if you're not going to be doing something super exciting, just like to give the person someone to be there with. If you know the person's going to be homebound for a while, coming over and visiting is good, because that person's going to be alone most of the day, or just within their 4 walls. One thing I like is like when people make frozens, like they bring over soup that you can freeze, or like a meal that's already frozen, but something that I can microwave later to reheat when I don't have enough energy to cook for myself. Um, Preferably in packages that I'm capable of opening, because like I can't open certain types of things. Stuff like that. Like if you know that there's something small you could do that would make the other person's life significantly easier, those are always nice things to do. Or maybe like bring over like a cute package with like menthol patches or something. Anything that would make them like lessen their pain or lessen the severity of their illness, and would still be something cute. I don't know, like, or like if you know they really like elephants, I don't know, get them like cute elephant stickers to put on their wheelchair or something, or on their medical equipment or braces. Just like things that show that you care, and you know who they are as a person, and you know their needs. So that's going to be the end of my video, and I'm hoping to make some more videos soon. If you watch this, if you could leave something in the comments, like if you have suggestions for things you'd like to talk about, or I guess things you'd like me to talk about, or ways I could make my videos better besides just making them shorter and better organized, or like how I could better organize them, I don't know, things like that would be helpful. I hope you're having a good day or night. Um, and I'm sorry for the poor lighting quality. This is the best I could do because there's one lamp in my room. But yeah, bye.